Now we are going to add some freshly chopped spring onion to it, and your dish is ready. Simple, easy to make, and not too many ingredients. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Happy Bellyfish. I'm Srikant, and today I'm going to show you a grain that you probably knew or maybe not, bulgur. You might have heard about it, right? So we are going to make bulgur pilaf with chickpea. Now these are both really nice, healthy ingredients to actually include in your meal plan every single day. So you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch, easy to carry, and all you have to do is just warm it up, garnish it with some fresh herbs, and you're done. And it's super simple. It doesn't even need a lot of ingredient. Let me run you through all the ingredients that we need here. So we have this bulgur that I've soaked it in water for about 30 minutes. You can soak it even longer. You can soak it overnight. Now this is important. It is important because it will get all these anti-nutrients out. So for that reason, what some people do is they wash it and then they soak it and they cook in the same water. But I like to wash it and then soak it in water and then drain this water and cook it in the stock of chickpea or with just fresh water. And then we have chickpea here. You can use any other beans if you like. You can use red kidney beans or anything. If you don't have any of these things, you don't like these beans, then you can also use fresh green beans. That's like a vegetable that you can add to it in addition or exclusively. And then we'll use some onions to fry, some garlic, and some spring onion that we'll add towards the end as a garnish. And if you want, you can add some other herbs as well, like tarragon. You can add mint. Mint will go really good with this. Parsley, the choices are unlimited. Dill, it all depends on the season. Now let's move on to other ingredients, and we have here tomato paste. You can also use fresh tomato if you like. Salt. I'm pretty sure most of the people actually eat salt. They even don't consider or call it as an ingredient. And then we have turmeric, curcuma some people call it. This will give it some nice color. If you want, you can add some chili powder as well. And then we'll also add some freshly ground coriander seeds. And we'll cook all of this with some oil. So let me drain this water first, and then we'll begin the process of cooking. Now, one thing, this chickpea is already cooked. You can't cook or boil chickpea with bulgur. Bulgur will become something else, right? It will become very mushy. You won't enjoy it. So you can use canned chickpea also if you like, if you are finding it very difficult to cook chickpea on your own, or you can learn how to cook them in a pressure cooker. It's really, really easy. We actually have a full course on lentils and beans. What are the different types of them? How do you cook them? How much do you have to soak each one of them? And it's exhaustive, quite exhaustive, very detailed actually. So if you want, you can even check that out on happybellyfish.com. So let's start cooking now. So I'm going to take a very deep pan. You can also use Instapot or even pressure cooker if you want to decrease the cooking time. And then we heat it and add some oil to it, about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, we'll add some onion and garlic. And then add the bulgur. We don't want the onion and garlic to burn too much. It's just enough for it to become slightly transparent. And we'll add bulgur here. There is some amount of water, so we'll increase the heat. And just cook it for a little amount of time. Adding the onion here gives a little bit of a stocky flavor, and you can get very creative here again with spices, with other vegetables that you want to add. So don't be afraid. Don't always follow the recipe blindly. But I try my best to keep the recipes very simple because I want that you start cooking. I want that you take control of your health. Now we have stirred it for about a minute and we'll add the chickpea now. So remember, don't boil chickpea with too much water so that you don't have to throw away the stalk. The stalk is nutritious and it's also very delicious, so you don't want to lose it. So we have added the chickpea with some amount of water that was there. And when I boil chickpea in a pressure cooker, I always use this as an indicator. So I lay the chickpea flat in the pressure cooker and then the water is just about this much, about a centimeter above. And then I cook it until it's cooked. And that depends on your pressure cooker. So there's a video about it actually that I've made. How do you use pressure cooker? We will add the spices now. We'll start with turmeric, our beloved turmeric, just half a teaspoon. What happens when you add too much? Some people get carried away. They think that I'm gonna eat a lot of turmeric and I'm becoming very healthy. Well, you won't look yellow or younger, but what it will do is that you'll end up having kidney stones if you eat in large quantities. And secondly, your food will start tasting bitter. You don't want that. Turmeric is a spice that has to be consumed moderately every day in tiny amounts. Only there are some recipes like, this golden milk that you want to have, especially when you're sick. That's when you add excessive amount of turmeric. But otherwise, if you want to eat turmeric on a regular basis, let's say you just want to drink a cup of milk, just add tiny amount of it, like a quarter of a teaspoon, and that will do the job. And now we'll come to next important spice, coriander powder. We'll add about a teaspoon of it, maybe a little more. So 1.5 teaspoons. We'll add some salt. I've just added about a tiny teaspoon of salt, and then we will also add some tomato paste. Now this will give this nice sour and tomato kind of a taste, and also add some color to it. Tangy, that's what I wanted to say. I will mix all of these ingredients really nicely. We'll make sure that the bulgur or the chickpea, they're not sticking to the bottom of the pan. And then spread it evenly. And then we'll add water. Now I had taken 1 cup of bulgur and 1 cup of chickpea. Chickpea is already cooked. So I'm going to add about 2 cups of water and cook until it's cooked. Maybe it will take 10 minutes, maybe it will take 15 minutes. That will depend on how much heat your stove has. And that will also depend on how high you are. Just in case you forgot that part of the equation. So I'm going to add some water to it, mix it nicely, and then we'll just let it cook and let it take its time. Now some people like it to be crunchy, harder, and some people like it to be very soft. So it depends on your taste. But in all, I think it will take about 10 to 15 minutes, not longer. And we'll keep the heat at high so that the water comes to a boil, and then we'll lower the flame to the medium heat. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes and the bulgur is cooked. Most of the water is gone. Now talking about the time, it really depends on the type of bulgur also that you're using. Some bulgur is very fine, some bulgur is very coarse. Like this one is the size of the wheat, the one that I've been using. So that's why I had to cook it for longer. Otherwise it will cook by even soaking in warm water for some time. So pay attention to the type of bulgur that you're using. Now everything is dried. You can see it's completely cooked. We'll take it off the heat, we'll serve it, and we'll garnish it with some fresh spring onion. And this is like a whole meal, I mean whole meal without the vegetables. So make sure you add some salads on the side. Don't forget about that. You can also add some other herbs. Like I said before, you can add some parsley, fresh parsley, you can add some tarragon. If you don't know what that is, you will fall in love with that particular herb once you come to know what it is. Now we are going to add some freshly chopped spring onion to it, and your dish is ready. Simple, easy to make, and not too many ingredients. So make sure you try it on your own. Also try to add some of your own spices. You can also try to add some herbs of your choice, and do write to us in the comment section. We would like to hear from you what you did and how it came out. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And definitely visit happybellyfish.com.